We have very, very, very strong magnetic human hearts. We need to use them to our advantage instead of our hearts breaking over and over and over again with crappy people that we're working with or communities that we don't love or pick it. We choose these suffering patterns because we're not aligning it with our heart. We're not aligning our financial decisions with our giggle. And I am telling you, it may not be left brain, logical, linear financial answer. And that's okay. Because for you to take a quantum leap in your life, you need to find the giggle. Hey everybody, what's going on? Today we are going to find your financial giggle. How do you do that? Julie Murphy here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe, like, and notification bell. Why? Because I'm here to help you get to a life that you absolutely love. And your giggle has everything financially to do with it. I know, right? I was reminded of this morning when I was talking with somebody and they were like, well, what should I do about my mortgage? Should I get it locked in now, or do I do it 5 to 7 years from now? And or they were up in their head, and it's like, should I? Shouldn't I? Should I? Shouldn't I? Should I? Should? Any of you guys ever been there financially before? Like, should I do this? Shouldn't I do this? Should I do this? I get this question all the time. We have gotten away from understanding what is true for us, and that is always the case financially. I can give you example after example. A good friend of mine, very smart, financial-minded individual. Graduated Notre Dame with him, super smart, corporate finance, the whole gig. And if you're listening to this video, I love you dearly. And financially speaking, it may very well be to choose this option to be more fiscally efficient, but your body is screaming over here going, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. This is why your financial giggle is the answer. I know about myself, I do not like debt. I could borrow debt at a low interest rate and do something else with it. This is what we were talking about with my friend from Notre Dame, that it was like, why would you not leverage that? You're merging and acquiring businesses, and you could use somebody else's money and capitalize it and grow and expand. That is absolutely an option. But the bottom line is, I'm a Sagittarius. I absolutely need to have freedom. That's why I like to get on an airplane and go. I like to be nimble right at the minute's moment. That's why I've spent 22 years living in a condo, because I don't want to be planted down. I have to do anything around my house like somebody else is doing it all. And that's fantastic. So when it comes to, I had the opportunity to purchase a business, and I would have went in $5.2 million worth of debt. And it just felt super heavy to me. And I'm like going, that does not make me giggle. Why? Because my internal wiring, me, myself, and I, has nothing to do with anyone else but Julie, does not like to have a feeling of a lack of freedom. And debt is a lack of freedom in my wiring. When I owe the bank something, it's like, if I want to just drop and go, I can't do that if I have all these fiscal responsibilities of debt payments. It doesn't allow me to be nimble. Anyone else been there with me on that one? Anyone else feel like that about debt? Now, you can apply this to anything. Which decision is the right one? Which job is the right job to take? Well, this one has this amount of income. And I had a friend of mine who had this job opportunity that was going to be great out on the West Coast. Totally great opportunity. Very, very good income. But the dream was a ranch in the mountains. It wasn't on the beaches of California. And one paid a lot more income than the other one. And then how it all shakes out, that in the end, he chose his heart, which was the ranch in the mountains, versus his head, which was the beach, the higher income, more money from our family. And guess what happened? He chose the giggle, chose his heart, and then the money showed up even as a result, even though the income difference was significant between the West Coast and in the mountains. It was a very big difference. What happened in less than 2 years, he wound up at comparable income levels. I am telling you, ladies and gentlemen, we have got to start choosing the thing that makes us giggle, because the money shows up as a result of everything. If that friend of mine would have chose that job out in California, guess what? It's only a matter of time before that suffering pattern starts to kick in. I don't like the people I work with. I don't like because the story, the layers, the blah, 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 blah. It's heavy. It feels super heavy. And then disease develops in our body. This is why I always say we work things out or we act it out, and we do it through our money, through our health, or our relationships. So I really want us to tune into ourselves and find that giggle. I actually met with another person, a friend of mine this morning, and she was like, ever since you told me that, find my giggle, she goes, I just keep saying, well, that doesn't make me giggle, so I'm not going to choose that path. And she goes, and then something else always opens up. It's as simple as choosing your giggle, because then you're choosing what's in alignment with your heart and your soul. And if you've watched my other videos, I talk all the time about the research from HeartMath, heartmath.org. They've done this scientific research. The magnetic force of the human heart goes for over 8 miles. We have very, very, very strong magnetic human hearts. We need to use them to our advantage instead of our hearts breaking over and over and over again with crappy people that we're working with, or communities that we don't love, or pick it. We choose these suffering patterns because we're not aligning it with our heart. We're not aligning our financial decisions with our giggle. And I am telling you, it may not be left brain, logical, linear financial answer. And that's okay, because for you to take a quantum leap in your life, you need to find the giggle in everything that you financially choose, because that's what helps you to expand into more of who you're meant to be, and money follows the energy. Hope you guys have a great day and find that giggle, because we're going to get you to a life that you love. Go to juliemurphy.com. I've got group coaching sessions, and I sign up a brand new group every quarter. We got signups going on right now, so get on there. And I look forward to helping you along on your journey. Talk to you soon. Ciao.